See here. Here is the problem statement. This is a journal program. Design and write a program that will allow the user to type in text box and set the same text to bold, italic and underline properties using what? Checkbox control. Understand the problem statement. We have to design the program, or we have to design and write the program that allows the user to type in the text box whatever the text, and set the same text to bold, italic and underline using checkboxes. So how many checkboxes I have to take here? One checkbox to set bold, another text box, another checkbox to set it to italic, then third checkbox to set it to underline, and we have to take one text box to enter the text. Okay, shall we design the application? This is your journal program. Shall we start the application?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just start the application here. Select standard exe project. Okay, now first I will take one label for providing the title for the application. Then I will take one text box here to enter the text by the user. Then I will take first checkbox, another checkbox, then third checkbox. One is used for setting the text as bold, then second one italic, third one is underline. Okay, fine. See here, we don't need the command button here because I will just run the application. See here, when you check this checkbox, this content, whatever the text is written in the text box, checkbox, that is text box has to be set to bold. And when you uncheck this one, it has to be normal font. The same, italic, then underline. Got it? So no need to use the command button here. So we have to write the code for the checkbox click event. Fine. So this is the design part. Your application looks in this form. Okay, this should be the first diagram. This should be the first diagram. So you can just take the screenshot of this window here. Then next I will change the properties. So I will change the form name as FRM font style, then caption as font style, because this application is used to change the font style, bold, italic, underline. Okay, so caption I have set it to font style. Then I will set one more property of the form called, that is border style. I don't want to increase the size of the window, so I will set it to fixed single. And remember the properties, try to note down the properties, whatever the properties I am changing with respect to what object. Okay, next I will change another property of the form called as startup position. See here, when I start the application here, it is displaying somewhere here, but I want to display the form at the center of the screen. So set the startup position as center screen. Now see here, when I run the application, it will be displayed on the center of the screen. Okay, so set the startup position of the form as center screen. Fine. Then for the label, I will change the properties such as first name of the label LBL title, then caption as changing the font style. Okay, then alignment property I will set it to center, and one more property I will change, that is font. I will increase the size of the font and also set it to bold, the label. Okay, bold, and increase the size it to 15, changing the font style. That is title of the application. Fine. Next object is text box. For this text box, I will change the name of the text box as txt1, txt1. Then I will change the other property called text property and set it to blank. Fine. I will also change another property called font property, and I will increase the, that is font size here, and just set it to 12. Font size property, set it to 12. Okay, so these properties I have changed for the text box. Next, for the first checkbox, we can use, that is change the name of the checkbox and set the name is to chk bold, check bold, chk bold, because this checkbox is used to set the font bold. Okay, and caption, I will change the caption as bold. Then second checkbox, name as chk italic, then caption as italic. Third checkbox, chk underline, caption as underline. So only these many properties with respect to different controls I have changed. Any doubts here?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Fine. Now the design part is over in the first phase, and also we have changed the properties of the controls. Next one is, next the last step in designing the application is changing the or writing the code. Okay, see here, for what object we have to write the code? When we check this particular checkbox, it has to change this text box property, right? So for these checkboxes we have to write the code. So double click on the first checkbox, and here for this checkboard, name of the checkbox, we have different events. See, you can observe here, we have different events. We have click event, drag drop, drag over, got focus, key down, key press, key up, lost focus, mouse down, mouse move, mouse up. Like some of the events we have already discussed with respect to form. Most of the events are repeated here. Mouse up also we have seen, mouse down, then key press, key up, key down. These events are already we have discussed. But we have to write the code for click event, checkbox click event, because when we click on the checkbox, the action has to be performed. Sorry, the code has to be executed. So select the click event. By default, click event will be selected. Fine. Now we have to write the code. So when you click on this first checkbox, what has to be changed? Yes.
Bold color.
Text has to be.
It is a
Text
style.
should
Okay,
be
bold
To
style.
be bold.
bold.
The text box content or whatever the text it is present in the text box has to be changed to bold style. So just observe here, text1 dot, sorry, what is the name of the text box?
txt1.
Txt1 dot, we have here, we have different, there is properties here. We have font, we have font bold, font italic, then we have font strike through, font underline. Okay, so among these, which property I have to change? Font bold.
Font.
Font bold.
Bold.
text1 txt1 dot font bold equal to see. If you just equal to true, if you just make this one, but just observe here how actually it works. See, anyway, when you run the application, if you type something here, now observe here, if I check here, see the font is changed to bold, yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
But when I uncheck here, when I click on this again, it will uncheck now. It is not changing here. The normal font is not that is arising here. Okay, it is not changing from bold to normal font. Why? Because we have to check the condition. So what I will do, just observe here. If yes, what is the name of the checkbox? First checkbox
Bold.
CHK
Bold.
bold.
CHK bold
Bold.
dot. See, while discussing the properties of the checkbox, for the checkbox we have one of the important properties. See, checkbox. When this checkbox is checked, the value of the checkbox. See, value property. If it is unchecked, then its value is 0. If it is checked, then its value is 1. Got it? So just observe here. If checkboard dot value equal to 1, if the value of the first checkbox, that is checkboard, if its value is 1, then we know already the syntax of if statement. If condition, then yes, if its value equal to 1, then what should be done?
TXT
Yes, very good.
TXT1 dot
txt1
TXT1
dot
dot
text.
text
TXT1
equals
dot
to
txt1
values.
dot
text
no
Font. Font.
uh,
Font. Font bold.
font.
Bold, bold, bold.
font board equal to true.
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 Else yes, else in the sense if checkboard value
Checkbox
is not equal to
is
1,
0.
then txt1 dot font board equal to
False.
false. Good. Just run the application jss smi. Check this one first. Now its value, see here, it's giving me an error. Why? Block if without end if. So if statement, if, then after that it has to end with end if statement.
And if
Run the application jss smi. Now check this bold checkbox. See, it has changed to bold. The font has changed to bold because now the checkbox value is that is 1. If I uncheck this one, its value becomes 0. See, can you observe the difference here?
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, the same thing we have to write for the other checkbox. Now we have done for first checkbox, that is checkboard. Then select the next checkbox, check italic. Yes, anybody just tell me the code fastly. If
If
CHK italic
italic
value
italic is the name of the checkbox. Italic dot value
value
equal
value
equals
to
to 1.
1.
1.
Then
Then text
TXT1
1
dot
dot
txt1 dot font
font italic.
font italic equal to true.
True.
Else
TXT1 dot font italic equal to false.
font italic equal to false.
False.
Then
End if.
end if.
End if.
Don't forget to write end if. End if. See. See, italic also it is working. Bold also it is working. Fine. Can you observe?
Yes, sir.
Next one,
Yes, sir.
we have to write the code for the other checkbox. Yes, if CHK, the checkbox
Which
name
can
is third one,
underline.
underline
Underline.
dot value equal to 1, then ext1 dot font underline equal to true, else ext1 dot font underline equal to false, and if see Dharwad bold, yes, it's working fine. If you just check or uncheck, see italic, see then underline. Got it? Any doubts? This is your journal program, okay? This is your journal program.